hell is that?
Oh, I thought that was a trucker.
Watch yourself.
Okay.
John, you gotta get out of there.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Okay, that's fine. Looks like that one's not the one that's not working. Hard to say, huh?
Yeah, I think it was the port one. I have to look at my notes. But
Yeah, well, the right one looks like it's working.
yeah.
Push for power. I always like to check all those stuff. I bought a little boat once and the radio didn't work. It drove me nuts. Replaced it, but it's interesting that they put this thing on, but it looks like it's got a GPS antenna. I don't know what the two things are. And they got two radio antennas, so do you know what the antennas are or no? Like this is probably a TV one right there. Like my guess is
Those have to be two VHF.
yeah, these are the VHS,
sure.
right? But
Yep.
this one is generally like a GPS
Right.
for a chart plotter. I don't know why the second one is. This is probably this one's probably not even, this is probably a TV antenna or an extender.
Maybe even a radio, potentially, scenario. But, yeah, he said he never used the track vision for the TV.
Oh yeah, I don't have that.
No,
That I don't care
to me,
about.
so-
These two things are the only things,
Yeah.
I'm just curious on what they are. Like I said, the track vision, what I'll probably do is take off and put a
Brand new.
this comes
You
up.
think it pulls down for a CD or something?
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
probably slide a CD right, because this looks like it's on the hinges right there. This one looks, yeah, so that's why you pull this up, and there's probably maybe there's a button that opens this, maybe it just pulls down.
Yeah, this would be
It's
awkward to
yeah.
try to pull it down like that.
My guess is
Unless-
if I put the power back on, maybe there's a open mute. I mean, I don't have a CD player anyhow, so it doesn't really matter,
yeah.
but disc up. Switch turns that on. So that speed. I don't know how you turn the air conditioning on. I guess you have to probably turn it on
It's
downstairs.
on right now.
Oh, it is?
It's not bad, actually.
Oh,
That's more than I would have expected.
that's nice.
Something.
Yeah.
I know you guys didn't think much of these vents. I didn't either. But that's actually not bad.
I'm just. How do you turn it on? I mean, from downstairs, or you don't know? Or
yeah,
is this
well, what
always
you do
on?
is you just close the vents.
Oh, you just close the vent. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
How long have you guys been in New York?
Since July of last year.
So obviously you plan on being here for at least a couple of years.
Well, I signed a lease till next May, and we'll have to, make a decision then, like what we're gonna do.
You primarily come here for work? Or-
Yeah, I commuted every week, almost every week from Scottsdale to New York, and then when I was taking my company, selling the company, I talked to my board of directors about staying in New York for, getting an apartment. We took what I was spending going back and forth, and we rolled it into just getting an apartment. So I did that. So that kind of gave me a budget. So I found an apartment in that budget range, and then we extended it when I sold the company in December. We extended that till December 2nd of this year, and then after that, I'll lose that stipend or whatever, and then I'll have to either renegotiate or. What I had the throttles to the right and the transmission to the left, and what I would do is I put the power up to what setting I'd want it, and then I would generally, when I wouldn't use the steering wheel, right, especially coming out of slip, I just use the motors to do it that way. So what was nice is that you'd stand in the middle of the helm, and you stand to the left, and you just do it like this.
Yep.
So that'll be something to get a little bit, I'm sure it's not going to be that hard, but
Right.
you just have to get a little bit used to it. It's weird that they set it up that way, because most of them I see, they have it split.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the first one I've seen where they put both of them on that side.
It's very uncommon like this. It is. I guess they looked at it and they said we can dedicate this to electronics that way and get better use out of the space.
Well, usually this is what messed it up, right? So usually nowadays these screens aren't as big, right? So you can put a screen there and you can put your autopilot somewhere else. But 20 years ago, that's what they decided to do.
Right. So I push the display button.
Right. Yeah, you can split it. So what you can do is you can go in and you can pick different windows that you want to set up, right?
Yep.
So you can do chart and radar.
So assuming select is enter. Yep. Okay. Paste it. Okay. Wait, truck start based on employees. However, you should not reply. Okay. How do I get rid of that? Clear?
The middle, this button, hit the middle of that, see if it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just like a left, right, up, down. Display. Try display again.
There we go.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the range button's going to do the same thing for us. Yeah, we'll range up and down. Yeah. Range down, okay. Are you going to keep this?
I'd like to upgrade it, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and go with iPad first.
Right.
You know, a lot of people just, you know, instead of putting, you know, $3,000 or $4,000 in the display, but you know, if you do that, then realistically you got to put the radar. You have to update the radar because you don't want to have this is probably an analog radar, and the radar, you know, the new things are all digital. So
This is the edge of the continental shelf right here.
So that's the canyon,
This
right?
is the Hudson Canyon's probably one of the bigger ones that we go to. But every little notch you see here is another canyon, even though they look tiny on there.
Right.
You know, so if we go down all the way down to the Wilmington Canyon is east of Wilmington, Delaware is that one, I think.
Right.
Or that might be the Baltimore and then the Wilmington and then maybe there's 4 or 5 and then the Hudson and then they keep going around. You know, I mean, guys from Rhode Island come down, they have to go a little farther, but they have canyons over here. But yeah, I mean, it's a hole, you know.
Yeah.
Well, radar isn't cheap, and if this radar works well, and I expect it to, it would be something just to keep this for your radar.
Yeah.
And add, you could even add something right here.
Right.
You could add a chart plotter, and all of the antennas for the chart plotters now are internal.
Right.
You don't need those mushrooms anymore.
Got it.
So when you install this, all you need to do is do a power source to your chart plotter, and that's all you have to do.
Right. Yeah.
It would be a very simple install. For $1,500, you could get a nice chart plotter.
Yeah.
And it would be touchscreen.
Yeah.
You know, and everything.
Right.
And maybe you just keep this for your radar.
Yeah.
I like having a bigger number for depth right in front of me. That's nice. You got speed. And then there's no reason to change an autopilot if it works. And Simrad is, I think, one of the better autopilot
I mean,
options. It's just, this is the most archaic thing in this, and this is this chart plotter.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I had an old one. I had the 120s, the 120Cs. I had one down because I had a lower helm and had an upper helm and had them both on both helms.
Right.
And for me, because originally I was like, oh, I'm going to upgrade, and my boat broker was basically like, John, you know, all you're doing is going to Catalina. There's nothing, you know, here you need it because you gotta, if you're going to go into areas where you don't really know or you don't know the depths, like out in California, as soon as you got out of the marina, you know, you're in hundreds of feet of water. Then it went up to like 3,000 feet, right? So you were never in any issues that popped up or potentially pop up. So here it's like, you know, I'm gonna have to. So this is the way you go, right? Up this way, you go under this bridge, and then
Yep.
And then
this is all no wake under here, so you're just gonna putt,
right?
You know, 5-6 knots, and you're actually gonna stay. There's an island in the middle here,
right?
And these are the barrier islands,
right?
You know,
yeah.
It's and you're just gonna stay along the barrier islands and follow the channel
north,
up until It's really not that far from here at all. Where the canal starts, it's 2 miles.
2 miles, right?
Yeah,
Got it.
and then you go through the canal, which is a mile, and then you're in the Manasquan River, and you're going to make a right. And I would definitely do that with you.
Yeah.
No big
Okay.
deal at all for me to hop on and do that with you.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, to
Yeah.
go south through Barnegat Bay, 10 miles south, to make a left-hand turn and go up Barnegat Inlet, and then there's no need to do that. So.
Yeah, I agree.
5:32 a.m. Sunset, 8:16 p.m. At Atlantic City Steel Pier, high tide is at 5:22 a.m. Wednesday. Low tide is at 11:28 a.m. Wednesday. High tide is at 5:51 p.m. Wednesday. Low tide is at 12:13 a.m. Thursday. At Sandy Hook, high tide is at 5:36 a.m. Wednesday. Low tide is at 11:51 a.m. Wednesday. High tide is at
Hi. They hate you to do that.
You want to see if I can throw a switch down? It's probably a switch that's off on the...
There should be no, unless there's a separate breaker, I have to go through all the breakers. The only one would be on that main panel where you lift the steps.
Okay, you want me to see if I can find
Yes,
this?
if
Yeah.
you can find something.
Okay, got it. You know where the windlass breaker is? Here. This says winch supply. Main bridge, interior main. This says house battery, board charger.
Winch supply.
Well,
That
it says
wouldn't be
win-
windlass breaker.
Well, I'm assuming. I don't know how do you is that what you do to turn it on, or is that just a reset?
That's what we said.
Okay. Does this? What's this? Is that push up? Maybe try it now. That just pushed it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
I think that means it's open.
Reset. It's open.
Yeah.
Okay. You think there's a switch in here, maybe?
There was a series of breakers next to the helm.
Okay.
But I assumed you would have checked that already.
Yeah, fine. If you can jump up there and step on that. Are you hearing the relays? Okay, so it's stuck. All right. it down to 25, 26. I'm all done.
Put it in like 1200 volts.
Can't hear you. 1200.
1200 RPM.
Got an alarm. I don't know if you touched anything.
That's been on the whole time. It's done, actually.
Okay, well, this is up here. Okay, one off. John, don't be putting me in those things. I wanted in 5 states.
I'm not ready or anything.
What is that?
That's
Is that a GoPro too? He's got a little movie camera. He got everything.
I just want to remember all this stuff. So when I talk to Jason afterwards, I can say, remember this, remember this.
I can't deny that it happened.
Is this still going on?
No. Sorry.
I didn't have a bad temperature switch. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't overheating or anything.
No. So,
Temporary here. So the middle is 175, and the right dash is 250. So 180, 185.
it's in there now.
Yeah, too far away.
Nobody out here.
I guess that's the pro on a rainy day, huh?
It's also just early enough in the season, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple more weeks. will be
Couple
there.
more weeks. July 4th really kicks it off. And then before you know it, John, it's all over.
I'm learning that for the first. This is my first time back on the East Coast in like 29 years.
Were we in Cali or
Yeah.
something?
I had a 4788 Bayliner in Marina Del Rey, and I
Okay.
sold that during COVID.
Oh, you got a nice price for it.
Yeah, I sold it for all cash, $5,000 less than what I bought it for 4 years earlier.
Nice. That was an insane period of time in the
Yep.
boat business. Something we'll never see again.
Have you ever had any issues, Jason, when you go on like open throttle with any boats, or
No. That is the point at which I feel like you're putting the most stress on it, right? So if
Right.
something's going to break, there's a good chance that nothing catastrophic. Some surveyors will ask you to do it a little bit longer than I think you should.
right?
But
I feel like 19.
19?
I just get the speed and back it down. I don't want to be.
Yeah. What did you cruise yours at, Michael?
You
When
know,
you had
it's
it depends where you're
different
going.
engines,
Yeah. Oh, what's
you
the
know,
range?
yeah.
Okay, got it.
I have cats.
Oh, you had cats. Got it.
These ones turn up a little higher than mine. Mine were 26. These are 28.
Right. What were the horsepowers on yours? You remember?
Yes, 420s.
Okay, so they have big horsepower.
What are these? 350s in here?
370s. reason I have mom that long.
Whenever you're in a good spot, we're gonna go wide open. Okay. Turn around and do it.
Sorry about that. That's alright. You can just let the cup holders weren't very conducive to put it in there.
This one's wine.
Exactly.
That alarm went off again. There's late for that. Same temperature on both engines. 4 seconds.
10 more? Drive at cruise speed on the way back and see if it comes back on.
Okay.
We know it comes on at wide open throttle. I want to see what happens. I like 16 knots. Right here. Regardless, it has to be fixed.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, we all agree on that.
Yeah.
That's got to be taken care of.
Right.
I just want to give the owner a little more information if I can.
Right. So this seems like a good cruise speed, like 2,500 RPMs.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, 17 and a half knots roughly.
You got 17 knots there, right?
17 and a 17.6, yeah,
That's what I got.
at 2,500 roughly.
You want to run 75, 80%
Okay,
load on the engine.
okay,
That's probably about where we are.
okay.
25 to
25 to 26.
So what is it at now?
25-20.
You run 26,
Right,
crack 18 and a quarter.
yeah.
Not going anywhere fast.
No, I know. I would run my Bayliner at like 2350, and that was about 16 knots, and that was kind of pushing it on the. But I always wanted to get to where I was going. That's the hard part. But I'll take the extra 2 knots, you know. are the controls fairly
Yeah,
good?
They feel good.
Yeah.
I had one last week. The one side felt like you were pushing through gravel. That's
Okay.
the way the surveyor described it. I thought that was a good way to put it.
Right.
You know, it's, you know. Steering feels good too. You know,
Right.
it's not hard to steer. It's pretty smooth.
What is this for? Is this the radar up top, or what is that? They're just heading. Maybe it's just where you're heading. It's not anything, so it's just telling you where you're going.
Yeah, I don't think it's giving me much information.
No, I don't.
You know, trying to figure that out. It looks like it would tell you how far away objects might be in front
Yeah,
of you.
right. Yeah, I checked downstairs on that gauge downstairs. Same thing. The speed's not working.
The speed sign here. So the one that's in the cockpit, is it giving you depth?
It gives the depth. It just doesn't get the speed. So it must just be like the speed sending unit or whatever.
Yeah. My guess is that these are hooked up directly to a transducer
Right.
that's giving you depth. They probably never gauge speed,
Right.
you know.
So you know this is a no wake zone. Is these the no wake zone markers? Is that what it is? Okay, I
They
got
can
it.
come in different forms, but this is pretty common. These white barrels that have red writing on them.
Okay, got it.
It's generally going to be no wake. Sometimes it's just a single buoy
Okay.
that stands straight up.
Jason, there was another young fella that was working with,
Not 10?
yeah, what's the guy, the boss, the owner?
The owner is Mark Benavuto.
No.
No, he's down in Maryland, but up here in New Jersey we got like 7 guys, but one of the guys that's been with us a long time, Steve Fusco.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
Then, him I know pretty well.
He's still with us.
And then there was a young kid that was helping Steve last year. Did a couple with him, but he was, new. I don't know if he's still there.
I can't picture that person. We don't have any really young guys in their 20s or anything.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody
He's
like that.
probably not there.
Yeah.
Are you out of this area?
I am. I live in Point Pleasant, Bay Point Harbor. Right at the mouth of the canal, the south end, next to Bay Head Yacht Club. Those great condos, townhouses that are there. It's Bay Point Harbor.
All right.
In there by Schrader and Johnson Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah,
in
I'm over
there.
there doing work for Schrader all the time. I love them guys.
Yeah, Kevin's great.
Yeah. Ah, it's Tim. I work with Tim a lot. He's the sales guy.
All right. Yeah, I grew up in Waretown, up here now.
I live on the other side of the canal.
Yeah.
About up over there by the 88 bridge. It's nice living on a canal. I always wanted to live on a canal. It's nice. A lot of boat traffic. Nothing like a Sunday afternoon.
It can be entertaining.
Yeah. I've only been there 6 years. I've seen 2 boats sink.
Yeah.
Right in front of me.
Yep. There's a stretch or two in there that get a little nasty when you get the wind against you.
And on boat week.
Damn.
And then all the people that have bow riders that put
Everybody in the bow.
600
Right.
people, 600 pounds of people up front.
Right.
They're the ones that sink. That big beast is sticking out a lot.
That's something. And they let him be there.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Why they don't stick them someplace else? That didn't used to be there. Looks like he's tied up.
Yeah.
Pretty
He's not going anywhere.
permanently. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the guys that own that old Hatteras, that's home base for them. They have this big center console behind it, or I guess that's a cat with the 4 outboards.
Oh.
And they got another boat here. They just come here to fish and they stay on that Hatteras.
Oh, they fish the Trail Marine boat. I see that in the canal all the time. Comes by my house.
I think I'm going to pull up a little bit past it and back in on a corner. Is that what you would recommend?
No,
or
you're not. You're never going to get the bow in.
Go
You want
bow
to
in?
get in at a 45.
Alright.
All right. And then I will get a line on the bow.
Okay.
All right. And then you're just going to start heading in now. And then once I get a line on it, you'll be able to throw the port engine in reverse, and that will bring the ass in. Go ahead.
Nice to get a little help.
Yeah.
All right, throw the port engine in reverse.
Okay, you got it.
How nice is that? Why would we use
He said 2 days on his report,
Okay.
3 to 5 on the samples.
Okay.
And that 3 to 5 starts tomorrow because we missed the mail today.
Okay. Got it.